Hey YouTube, I'm the Tall Nerd. Hello again. So in my last video I said that I was going to talk about Digimon Try today, and I'm still going to talk about it, just not now. Because you see, I looked at my calendar and realized that E3 is next week, and figured that, oh yeah, I should probably talk about that. So here we are. Now, I will be the first to admit that I am not a super hardcore gamer. I enjoy gaming. I think that playing video games can be a lot of fun. It's a great way, for me at least, to relieve stress and just have a good time. But that doesn't mean that I don't get excited about something like E3, where all of the newest and biggest games are going to be announced. I am super excited to see just what they come up with. Just every time E3 rolls around, just the hype is so crazy. And I just can't help but get swept up in it. So just like a lot of people are doing, I want to talk a little bit about my wish list for this E3, the games that I want to see announced, that I want to have come out. And honestly, this was kind of hard for me because I don't know. Like, I like the games that I like the games that I have, but what new ones should come out? I don't even know. I guess more than anything, I want new games, not just sequels or reboots. I want something new. I want something that's, I don't know, different. And that's kind of the hard thing about putting it on a wish list like this, because I don't know what it is yet. Maybe somebody at, I don't know, pick a developer knows, but I don't. I just hope that there's something new and different and exciting that's going to be coming out. But now, with that kind of wishy-washy thing out of the way, let's get on to some actual answers. Alright, in retrospect, after coming up with my picks, I realized that I guess I only want things from Nintendo. I mean, it helps that Nintendo is the company that I get the most game systems from, mostly because they tend to be a little cheaper. I don't know, I've never put a whole lot of stock in like the crazy high graphics of PlayStation or Xbox, so it's always just been fun to have Nintendo systems around. So first up, I would love to have a new Mega Man game. I had Mega Man Battle Network, I want to say 3, growing up, which was a lot of fun. I loved that game. There was just a lot of action, it was a cool adventure. But I don't know what a new Mega Man game would really look like. I mean, I've seen some of the later Battle Network games, and they changed some things that I was not a fan of. So, I don't know. Part of me even thinks that it would be really cool to have, like, a Mega Man fighting game, or at least an adventure where the fight mechanics, I don't know. I just want interesting fight mechanics out of Mega Man. That's kind of what I want. Next, and this doesn't really count as a wish, because it's not a game that I want to come out. It's a game that I already know is going to come out. I just wanted more information about it, and that's the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I just want more information. I want to see some gameplay, I want to see video, pictures, whatever, because I'm super excited about that. I've never actually gotten to play the original Final Fantasy VII, and I want to so badly. Or this new one. Just somehow I want to play that game. I admit, I don't have a ton of experience with Final Fantasy. Well, okay, I kind of do, kind of don't. I only have one of the games, Final Fantasy X, which I love. And so, yeah, I've only played that and little bits of other games as I've run into them over the years. But that one game I have sunk so many hours into, so I don't know how that balances out. Next up, I want some new strategy games, and I mean like a new Fire Emblem or a new Advance Wars. I love both of these games. I'm a complete sucker for these strategy games. I don't know what it is about them, just all of the possibilities, all of the trying to figure out, okay, you go around this way, I can do this, try to trick the computer into falling for this trap. All that kind of stuff is just awesome. I love doing those kinds of things. I love trying to come up with new strategies, or, you know, playing a level several different ways to see which way is the best. Which, man, is it just me, or does that sound kind of nerdy? Which, I mean, you know, the channel name, but yeah, so I would love to have one of those come out, and especially, I've been playing Advance Wars again recently because that game is awesome, and wow, I forgot just how deep the strategy goes in that. I mean, you have, I don't even know, 10 or 15 different kinds of units. They all have different strengths and weaknesses and abilities. There are tons of different factors to take into account. It's a, oh, there's just so much to think about in that game, and it's so much fun for me. So I would love to get a new one for, for the Switch. It would be awesome. And finally, last but definitely not least, the big one, the holy grail of this E3, at least for me, and I think for a lot of other people too. Come on. It's gotta be a new Pokemon game for the Switch with a huge open world like Breath of the Wild. Now personally, I would want this to be the game that brings together all previous Pokemon games. What I mean by that is that I want a game where you can go through and explore and have adventures in all of the different Pokemon regions from all of the different generations, and maybe even add one or two more. I mean, come on, Nintendo, you can do this. Breath of the Wild had, what, 120 shrines or something like that? So far we've had 7 generations of Pokemon. Each one has, what, 8 gyms generally, so that's 56 gyms. You can do this. You can make this happen. Massive open world map with like 60 or 70 gyms, a huge, I want a giant Pokemon game, and plus the graphics that the Switch is capable of, I want this to happen so badly. And let's be honest, if Nintendo announces a game like that, they can just start printing their own money. Everyone is going to want this game, or at least I feel like everyone should want this game because I'm excited. I want it to happen right now. And I know that more than likely it's not going to happen, or maybe it will, who knows. I'm just really excited to see what goes down at E3 and what gets announced. I am looking forward to it so much. And now it's time for my thing of the day. Since I was talking about E3 today, I figured that, my thing of the day should probably be something video game related. So here we go. Kerbal Space Program. Now, if you haven't heard this game, that's okay. Don't hold it against you, but it's a lot of fun, especially for someone who's a huge nerd like me and a huge nerd about space. Kerbal Space Program is very simple. Well, the idea is simple, at least. You get to take control of your own space program and build it from the ground up, all the way from launching little rockets that can go a few hundred feet in the air, all the way to, interplanetary colonization missions where you're sending people into space and know that they're never going to come back because they're just going to build a new home for themselves on a different planet. And it has very realistic physics. So, from playing this game, I have learned some actual rocket science. And in fact, in order to be good at the game, you basically have to know some rocket science. It's a lot of fun. It takes tons of trial and error. You learn a lot playing the game, but you have fun doing it. So if you're interested in science, space, rockets, or just want a challenging video game to try to sink your teeth into, I highly suggest Kerbal Space Program, and I will put a link to the website for it down below. Alright, well, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for sticking around, and you guys have a great day.